Welcome back, watch people. Now I'm just about to go out on the water. I'm wearing my one of my favourite Casio G-Shocks that is actually a real cheapie. This is about 100 quid or less. A great watch for going out on the water and just messing around in. I'll pop a little video up of it on screen there. Now look, just a quick video today about or in response to David Khalil's video that I saw just this morning about 10% profit margins, modern day profit margins, and my previous many claims that I used to make circa 10% profit on many of my Rolex sports watches. Now I thought David's video was excellent. He's trying extremely hard to be as transparent, as honest as he possibly can with the watch buying public, and I've got to say I think that's really commendable, particularly coming from someone who is still in the business. It's fine for me, it doesn't matter to me. I'm done, I'm finished with the job, I'm retired, so I can say what I like. But you know, David, fair play to him for coming out with what he reveals to the general public whilst he's still working. Let me talk a little bit about my claims of 10% profit margins on sports watches. I've made a few notes, so please excuse me if I refer to them now and again. I mean, it made me feel a bit of a dinosaur, to be honest, David's video, because look, here's why I could thrive and indeed survive on a mere 10% profit margin selling Rolex sports watches back in the day. Look, I mean, firstly, you got to remember one thing. We're talking about the 80s, the 90s, the early and mid 2000s. It's a different period to the one that we live in now, and the scramble and indeed the shortage of Rolex sports watches isn't the same then, or wasn't the same then, as it is now. Times have changed. Now look, David's boss, who's been a personal friend of mine for a very, very long time, many years, and David himself, he could confirm and has confirmed that, look, back in the day, it wasn't unusual for me to go and visit them and spend 150,000 pounds in one trip, and I might be visiting them 2 or 3 times a month, and they were only one of my regular suppliers. Now look, you could scoff at my claims of 10% profit margin, but look, if you're selling 15 to 20 Rolex sports watches on a weekly basis with a £500 profit margin in each one of them, that's not too shabby, is it? And also, I've never claimed that 10% profit margin was my absolute ceiling. Of course it wasn't. I used to buy brand new Breitlings, brand new Omegas with up to 40% off list price and sell them at 20% off list price. And of course I always had to make more than 10% when I was selling vintage watches, because there was more of a chance of those coming back under warranty for a repair, and you would need to build in the appropriate profit margin to deal with that if that problem arose. Now look guys, I've never been easily offended, and if you guys out there, or if anyone out there wants to dispute my 10% profit margin claims, that's absolutely fine. But I've always been of this belief, look, 30% profit of nothing remains nothing. Back in 2010, back in 1980, and the same stands today. 30% of nothing means nothing, and 10% of a lot of money means a lot. And those that scoff at my claims of 10% profit margin probably wouldn't have scoffed if they'd have looked at my books at the end of the year, and they'd probably say, well, I wouldn't mind 10% profit on that. Thanks for watching guys, as always, and we'll speak again soon.